Hey everybody, today we're going to be working on my 2009 Infiniti FX50. I've got the low washer fluid warning light on the vehicle. See the little triangle on there. So filled it up with fluid and turned the car off, turned it back on. It did not go away, it came back. So that means that the washer fluid sensor is bad. So that's real typical on most of these vehicles, these QX60s, QX80s. It's a very common issue. So today, since I didn't see another video about this on this vehicle, I'm going to show you all how to change your sensor. That way we can get this warning gone. Other than that, this vehicle, I just purchased it. It is a one-owner vehicle, only 121,000 miles when I purchased it. And it was a sweet deal, and it's pretty much as mid as you can get, although it is a base model. Let's get started. All right, so we got the car up on stands, and then what we're going to do is we're going to gain access to the reservoir. It's located on this half of the vehicle. So what I'm going to try to do is initially I'm going to try to remove some of the clips under here. So I'm going to remove some of these clips and see if I can move this back a little bit and see if we can get some light in there and see if we can start gaining access to the sensor. Okay, so I managed to take off a couple of bolts off of here. So I got this one here, this one here, this one up here, this one here, this one here, and then I loosened one right about there on the outside on the fender liner. So now I have a little bit more access. I'll pull it back a little bit more, but basically right here is where the sensor is down here. So that should be it right there. There's the reservoir. So I'm gonna start digging around it for just a little bit. All right, guys, under here, got a little bit of room. Now, the physical sensor, it's right here. So what we gotta do is we gotta unplug it first, and then what I'm gonna try to do is this little rubber grommet that's around here, I'm gonna end up peeling it out, and then the sensor will come out this way. I'm gonna try to fish it out with a screwdriver. It's going to completely destroy it, but that's okay because the new sensor has the rubber grommet, and it'll go back in there just as well. I'm going to, since it has quite a bit of washer fluid inside, I'm going to use a little bucket. I'm just going to capture that stuff in there so it doesn't make a mess on my driveway, and then we'll go from there. I'll move to the next step. I'm going to start removing this item here, and I'll come back in just a couple moments. Okay, so I'm working in a little bit at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm chipping away at the rubber grommet that's around here. So I'm slowly moving it around. I've got a lot of this little plastic part off. I'm gonna get a couple of pliers and I'm gonna start removing this. Once the grommet is off, then the rest of the part will come off easy. We'll just slide out. And but this part's pretty difficult to get out. It's not difficult, it's just a little time consuming. You just gotta work at it a little bit at a time. So I'm going to keep on working in it, and I'll get back in just a couple seconds. All right, so I made a little bit of a hole inside the sensor, and now the the washer fluid just leaking out. So I'm just going to wait for it to drain out into the bucket, and then once it's done, I'll get a little closer in there and see if I can start extracting the entire sensor. All right, guys, as you can see, making a little bit of progress on it, a little bit at a time. You just kind of sort of have to keep on chipping away at it a little bit at a time. Chip away at the rubber, kind of sort of pull out from the bottom of the grommet, and then just use pliers and keep on tugging it out. And keep on going, almost there. All right, guys, as you can see, I've got most of it loosened out. I just kept prying and slowly turning it and removing part of the plastic grommet. Most of it's there. Just kept on tearing it away at it. And finally, it's to a point where it's loose, and now all I gotta do is just take it straight out. And there you go. Here's the hole. And this is the whole problem right here. Now, got the new part number here, so y'all can have it for your reference. Take a screenshot of it. There it is there. Just gonna put it back in its place, clip it, and I'll be right back with the finished product. All right guys, here's the new part. It's nice, clean, it's perfect. And here's the new grommet, which is why I ended up destroying the other one. So it's got a smaller part on this side, bigger part. So obviously this is going to be the one that's going to go on the outside. It's got a lip, and that lip is going to wrap around the outside of this part. So let me get to that. All right guys, it is now installed. Everything's back, clipped back together. Here's the thing. This little grommet thing should go right above the lip. This should come over here. But I'm actually going to fill it to see if I can do it without having to put it over. I'd rather have more pressure on the back side of it, sealing it, making it a better seal. So I'm going to fill it up with coolant. I'm sorry, with washer fluid. See if it leaks. If it leaks, then I'll just go ahead and slap this over, but it should work this way. So I'm going to try it this way first. All right, let's start putting some coolant in it. Don't say cold, let's wash the fluid. So it's about half a bottle right here. So let's go see if we have any leaks. See if we can see it. Sorry guys. Okay, so here we are under the car now. We just put half a gallon of the antifreeze. I'm sorry, of the washer fluid, and nope, it's perfect. No leaks. It's nice and dry. Perfect all the way around. Nothing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it for a test drive. All right, everybody, there it is. Been out for about a 10-minute drive. Light didn't turn on. Usually it would turn on within a minute or two. So looks like that fixed the issue. Thank you guys for watching.